Now we have a GMA health alert about women and alcohol, with studies indicating that even moderate drinkers have an increased risk of cancer. Kaylee Hartung has the details.
Whether we're celebrating, mourning, or just chatting it up at a bar, drinking is part of American culture.
I love my red wine, I love my bourbon, and I love my vodka.
But the one thing no one wants to talk about is alcohol's link to cancer, particularly in women.
We're finding that probably anywhere between 5 and 10% of all cancers worldwide are due to alcohol use.
While most of us know that alcohol is associated with depression, liver disease, even obesity, experts say it's linked to cancer, from head and neck cancers to breast and colon cancers, has flown under the radar.
It's something we need to talk a lot more about.
The CDC encourages women to have no more than one drink a day, but science shows even these casual drinkers are at risk.
Over 100,000 cases a year worldwide are attributable to low-level or casual drinking. I think that's most surprising because I think many of us really are comfortable with doing that and consider that safe.
Doctors say the cancers most commonly associated with alcohol include liver and throat cancers. But one recent study found that women who were not at high risk for breast cancer based on family history did increase their risk of breast cancer from moderate drinking.
1 or 2 drinks a week probably is adding some risk. And I think that's a personal decision that I think all of us have to make.
Experts say heavy alcohol intake in women, or more than 3 drinks in one day or 7 drinks a week, has the strongest association with breast cancer risk. 37-year-old Liz Piscatello says she's a moderate social drinker, but she says some of her family members have voiced their concern.
I'm a single young lady and I go out and have fun, and I do get judged because my Facebook is a lot of pictures of me with cocktails in my hand. So I've heard it from many family members.
And even as she's learned more about the risks of drinking, Liz chooses the reward over the risk.
Do you feel there's any need to change your drinking habits?
No, absolutely not. I'm a firm believer that everything causes something and you cannot live your life being scared. Live your life.
For Good Morning America, Kaylee Hartung, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And our thanks to Kaylee. We're going to bring in our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Jennifer Ashton, with more. So what do these studies reveal?
Well, you know, Robin, I think as we heard in the piece, we've really turned a blind eye to this. This is not new information. We know that alcohol can be a significant carcinogen and increase the risk of various types of cancers, but particularly and specifically when you talk about women and alcohol, there are some differences there. Women are particularly susceptible to these carcinogen effects that alcohol delivers. Alcohol can increase or mimic estrogen and have a hormonal effect in certain tissues, and excess estrogen, we know, is a risk factor for particularly breast cancer. But again, there is a slew of other cancers that alcohol use is associated with.
So what in particular does it do to the body?
Well, I think this is a perfect example of gender-specific medical differences. So the fact of the matter is that alcohol behaves differently in women than it does in men. Women take longer to metabolize alcohol. It stays in our system longer. There are different drinking limits. And this really has to do with different enzymes that women lack to metabolize alcohol. So, you know, this is significant, and we can't look at this like so many other things in medicine, like it's one size fits all.
So, you know, some women are saying, you know, Jen, I'm just a social drinker. I just have a drink here or there. What do you say to that? And also, how much is too much?
Well, I want to be crystal clear. If you look at the CDC, World Health Organization, they are crystal clear that there is no safe amount of alcohol. I know we hate to hear that because most of the time in medicine, we say most things in moderation. Even 1 serving of alcohol a day can increase the risk. So when I hear women say they don't want to take hormones because they're afraid of the possible increased risk of breast cancer, my first answer is then you should also give up alcohol. But this is going to be a hard pill to swallow for sure, because it is so much a part of our culture.
It's not really new.
It's not new. It's not
known
new.
This.
But again, it's not the only thing that we do that can have negative effects.
Right.
It's just, it has to be a deliberate choice, and we have to go into it with the awareness that we know, unfortunately, it's just not good for us.
More on GMA3 with you later.
You bet.
You got it, Jen. Thank you. Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.